Hey guys, this is DragonComa coming today with a discussion video on whether or not the artifact engine is dead. So recently on the January 2015 ban list, one of the limited cards is Artifact Moraltech, and everybody hopped on the train of selling all their artifact sanctums and saying the engine was dead. And at first I kind of agreed with them. Moraltech at 1 seems bad. However, it has been so suboptimal this whole entire format. People stopped playing it, and even when they played it, it wasn't that good. So that being said, do I think the engine is dead? No. No, it is not dead. I cannot believe people say that this engine is dead. Okay, so Moraltech only really hurts one major deck out there, and that is Cleafort. And it doesn't even hurt that much, because they essentially have 6 scouts. Even if you hit 1 scout, they're always going to have another one waiting in their deck or in their hand. Burning Abyss laughed at this card. Shadows laughed at this card. They either got a plus from being destroyed, or Winda just laughed at it saying, no, I can't be destroyed. Don't forget is that Moraltech wasn't what got the Artifact engine running. It was Artifact Sanctum that got this deck running. Artifact Sanctum, if it had been hit to 1, I would say this engine is dead. However, Artifact Sanctum is still at 3. And Artifact Sanctum is a very disruptive card on your opponent's plays. It's sort of like that one fat hit that pushes you out of the line where you're trying to get lunch. However, that being said, artifacts are not dead. They have one very powerful artifact monster that people completely forget about because they always overhype Moraltech. When Primal Origins was released, it wasn't Moraltech I was looking at. It was actually Scythe I was looking at. Because during that format, the extra deck was phenomenal. Sure, Moraltech back then was probably better, but now it's not. However, Scythe, on the other hand, has a definite stronger effect than Moraltech at this time. Stuff like Shadows, Burning Abyss, and even Cleaford can suffer from this card. So, problems as well, and as I said, that affects Cleafords. Against Burning Abyss, you know when they are gonna XD summon into Dante or whatever rank 3 they're gonna do. You activate Sanctum, and you essentially say, ha ha, you can't go into Dante, you're stuck with 2 very weak monsters on the field. And guess what? You cannot bring out Fire Lake, so good job. Another big thing is Shadows. Sure, if they activate Shadow Fusion first, you can't stop it with Scythe, because Scythe activates on a separate chain. However, if you preemptively strike with Scythe on Shadows, they are essentially locked out of a fusion that turn, and that's very strong. Against Cleaforts, you say you cannot use your extra deck. And after a while, they're not special summoning from the hand with their pendulums, it's usually from the extra deck that they're doing it. So Scythe says no. And that's the reason why I think the Artifact engine is still live. As long as Sanctum is at 3, Artifact engine is live. It's so obvious that the engine is not dead. People think it's dead. I don't think it's dead. People just think Moraltech's the only monster that you're going to summon out. Either that or Beagle Attack. But I honestly think that Scythe is better this format. And Scythe, if played with the Sanctums, is a very, very powerful engine. My ratio would be 3 Sanctum, 2 Scythe, 1 Moraltech. So, is this engine dead? No. Is this engine the best engine to play? No. However, what I'm trying to say is that this engine is still live. It can still work. And now that Moraltech's hype is out of the way, people can actually look at the different artifact monsters, and my go-to one would be Scythe. That being said, artifacts, although they are suboptimal now and also before, they're still a reliable engine to go with. By the way, Sanctum is so cheap now. Like, you can pick 3 of them up for 40 bucks, and that is so much cheaper than when it first came out, because each Sanctum costs about 40 bucks. It is honestly one of the cheaper engines I go with. Morale Attack's 5 bucks. Scythe is like 50 cents. It's not an expensive engine. It's not the most cheap engine, but it's an effective budget engine. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you really think they're dead, or is it just me that thinks that they're still live? And until next time, this is DragonComa signing out.